I would absolutely love to elaborate on the SOVT exercises. For the purposes of this, I'm going to assume that you don't even know what SOVT means, which is cool because it's an acronym that we use a lot in singing teaching, but I don't know if we explain it often enough. So SOVT stands for semi-occluded vocal tract, which basically means that there is something partially blocking the air that is coming out from your lungs and out of your mouth. So that blockage could be lips, could be teeth, could be tongue, could be something external like a straw or a straw in water. And what that blockage does is it means that some of the air that would have been traveling out of your mouth comes back and bounces back to the vocal folds, meaning the air pressure above and below the vocal folds is now more balanced than it would be in general singing. Because of that more balanced pressure, it means the vocal folds can vibrate much more efficiently and it can make certain parts of our singing easier. Now, this comment was specifically regarding SOVTs for warming up and also cooling down. So the reason that SOVTs are really good for warm-ups is because they are able to help to increase the blood flow in the vocal folds and therefore decrease what is called muscle viscosity, which is basically how smooth the muscles can move. There was a study that looked at how long it takes for SOVT exercises to affect your voice in a warm-up, and they found that between 5 and 10 minutes was optimal. Anything after 10 minutes didn't actually increase the benefits, so 10 minutes was like the absolute last point. They only took the measurements at 0, 5 and 10 minutes, so it's somewhere between that 5 and 10 minute mark. I'm going to go with 6. So anyway, if we think of up to 10 minutes of SOVT being optimal to improve the blood flow, then that can make our warm-up really achievable. You can just slide around on those SOVTs, exploring your whole range in a very non-specific way, or you can use scales and arpeggio exercises. You can even sing along to a song, so choose a melody and just use an SOVT instead of the lyric. Whatever works for you to keep you engaged. If we think about a warm-up taking us from like a normal speech level intensity of voice usage up to a higher intensity of singing, then a cool down is going to do the opposite. So whilst you're warming up, you're probably going to be using SOVTs in a kind of more intensifying way. So things are getting kind of bigger, the range is getting bigger, maybe the volume is getting bigger. In a cool down, we kind of want to think the opposite. So everything is descending, everything is taking us from that high intensity place back down to a kind of general day-to-day level. This is also really going to help to reduce vocal fatigue. So I feel like I've waffled on a little bit, but different people are going to have different preferences. So I know people who do not like a lip bubble but love a tongue trill, whereas I'm like the absolute opposite. You'll also find that different SOVTs give you different amounts of back pressure. So using a straw, for example, a narrower straw, or if it's deeper in water, is going to give you more pressure than a wider straw. What you might want or need is going to be different to the person next to you. So I think the best thing to do is just explore with various different SOVT exercises, see which ones you like the best, which ones have the most benefit. It shouldn't be too easy and it shouldn't be too hard. So have a play around and see what works best for you. And I hope that answered your question.